Lesson 2, Unit 3, Problem Analysis. An important element of designing a project is to build a good definition of the problem. The problem analysis is a process that seeks to understand the causes and effects of the problem in order to develop a good solution. Many projects have failed because they did not invest enough time and effort to have a good understanding of the problem and its root causes. The problem analysis process is a participatory process. That means that key stakeholders need to be involved in the analysis, and that includes beneficiaries and other actors that have information about the conditions of the target population. The process helps in the identification of the root causes of the problem and builds consensus on what is the real problem, which in turn avoids the development of solutions to the wrong problem. An added benefit of participation is that key stakeholders begin to build ownership of the project, which will be very useful during the implementation phase. The analysis of a problem uses the problem tree method, which helps structure the causes and effects of the problem. It is called a problem tree because the identification of the causes of a problem resemble the roots of a tree, and the effects resemble the branches of the tree, while the trunk is the focal problem. Depending on the type of problem analysis, the number of roots and branches can vary. There are 4 basic steps to develop a problem tree. The first step is to list all the possible problems. This is usually done in a meeting that includes participation of key stakeholders and can even use information from surveys or interviews from beneficiaries. In the meeting, the participants will agree on one core problem. This is the focal problem that will be used in the analysis. The next step is to identify all the causes that led to the problem. Participants will respond to the questions: why we have this problem, what caused this problem. All causes are listed. The next step is to identify the effects of the problem. Participants respond to the question: what are the consequences of the problem? And again, all effects are listed. The final step is to organize all causes and effects by identifying the cause and effect linkages. Let's start with a simple example. Here's a focal problem: increasing number of illness related to water and sanitation related diseases on a group of communities. Once the problem is agreed, the next step is to identify the causes for this problem. These are the primary causes that respond to the question why the communities have this problem. The causes can be grouped by categories or themes. The group continues with analysis of the causes by listing the reasons why the primary causes is a problem. Each cause can have additional secondary causes depending on the depth of the analysis. Causes are grouped under each corresponding category or themes. Next is the turn of the effects of the problem. Participants will answer the question: what are the consequences of this problem? They list all the possible effects, and as with the primary cases, the primary or immediate effects are also organized in categories or themes. The next step is to identify the secondary effects of the long-term impact of the problem. Participants again will list all the possible secondary effects at this level, and these effects are also grouped by category or theme. There are usually not that many levels at this effect. Here we have the complete problem tree with the causes, the focal problems, and the effects. Presenting the problem in this format is a visual aid that helps in the understanding of the problem. Participants that work in development of the problem tree use this diagram to further discuss the organization of the tree. It might be possible to rearrange or subdivide the roots or branches of the tree until they all feel it's a good representation of the current situation. Depending on the type of problem, some problem tree diagrams might be more complex. and include more details, especially with more levels in the causes of the problem. It is important to reinforce the participatory nature of this process. It helps all involved have a good understanding of the problem, its causes and effects. It's also a good tool to build awareness of the problem in the community and start conversations on how they can contribute to solve the problem. Completing the problem tree is the first step of problem analysis. The team in charge of the design will use the information to develop the objective tree.